Unscripted, unshackled, uncouth.
What you're about to hear is for more mature audiences only.
It's Miguel and Holly, Uncensored.
Welcome to the podcast. We are back from morning show boot camp. I'm back from Beyonce. There was just a lot that happened in the past few days.
Correct.
A couple things I want to get to before we sort of go over. Did Vodka Holly make an appearance, or Truly Holly? Did The Monster, Kelvin's drunk name, come out? Or did Auntie Mama, my drunk person, come out?
Yeah, good questions.
I got two things I got to get to before we get to that.
Okay.
There is I would say a new celebrity on the scene as of this summer that messaged me on Instagram yesterday.
Oh, what? A celebrity messaged you?
Yes, I'll say they're a new celebrity. They are I think they're going to be around for a while, but I got to tell you about that in just a second. But first, we have some new reviews because on Apple Podcasts, we are on our way to try to get 500 reviews because it really helps out the podcast when you share it with other people. But we're looking for reviews, and we got one from J Shorty 4477.
Okay.
That said, Miguel, Holly, and Scotty got me through the pandemic. Unpopular opinion, I don't like working from home, and had to start during that time. They brought me through the other side. I continued listening as they moved to Charlotte. I love Kelvin and his laugh. It is so cute, and just look forward to you guys every single day. Still working from home, but you'll make it tolerable and fun. Thank you for being there every day.
Yeah, super nice.
So sweet. I have had lots of comments about my laugh, and I particularly do not like it. But it's my laugh, so whatever, I embrace it. But it's so funny that a few people have told me, like, your laugh is so funny. And I'm like, well, thanks. I appreciate that.
And then we got another one from The Dark Lord 28.
Not Voldemort himself.
They just said,
Dark Lord.
The show always gets me together. Love it. Thank you, The Dark Lord.
Yeah.
Thank you, the Dark Lord.
Yes, and we got to give a shout out to Doe Eyes. It's our birthday!
Yay! Doe Eyes! That's a
Happy
A1.
birthday.
And then before we get to stuff about boot camp, so you know the song that I have just been obsessed with, and I feel like this will be the unofficial song of the summer. Hey, give me one margarita. I'ma open my legs. Give me two margaritas. I'ma give you some head. Like, just love that song.
Okay.
Your mom gets on these lives.
And she also loves that song. So what now, bitch?
Remember when she was not here for WAP, though?
Oh, that's
Miguel's
right.
mom was
Really?
Yeah.
that is too much.
Yes.
She did like, that's what surprised me why she liked this margarita song, because I'm like, no, Miss Angela, she was not about
Right.
WAP. I was like, and that's fine.
Well, because I feel like with one margarita, like it's sort of like very tongue in cheek, because at the end of the thing, she's like, I'm lying, I'm be sleep. Like, it's just like, haha, where's the WAP? They're like, no.
They were like, let me give you the deepest description of every single naughty thing that has ever crossed anyone's mind. And I'm going to put it out here, and it's going to rhyme.
Right. I mean, they went all for it. That was
Hold
it's
back.
like
time.
Like, do you ever, like, sometimes I still hear WAP, like, and it's still kind of shocking. Like, every now and then when I hear the uncensored version, like at a club or at someone's house, and then when you really listen to the lyrics, you're like, wow, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion really just went all the way in.
Did that. I remember the
That's
morning
what
that it
happened.
came out.
Mm.
I still remember that morning because we were like, how do we talk about this?
It was nearly impossible.
Yeah, because the clean version didn't come out for a while. And so, like, we couldn't even play it on the radio to be like, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion have a new song.
No, there was no piece of the song that was even appropriate.
Yeah. I mean, I think, like, because I remember that morning, Holly, when you talked about it in Hot in Hollywood at the time, we were like, do we even say WAP or do we? Because it's
I didn't know what we could say. I was like, we can't totally ignore it, but it's
Right.
Also, wet and gushy isn't better.
No, because that's
It's not that much better.
radio clean version.
Right.
Get some wet and gushy, and it's like
I was like, I'm like, this didn't make it better. This actually may have made it worse, to be honest.
like. Have you ever would you be offended?
No, I don't want to. What are we doing?
Where is this?
What are we doing here?
Where are you going with this?
I know. Like, what?
Here we go with the damn questions.
What would you do?
What would you do?
What would you
No.
Leave her out of it.
Would you be offended if someone described you as wet and
I want you to just sit with that just for a second.
I'm joking.
Yes, I would be actually. Like, I feel like it's here's what it makes me feel. Okay,
Right.
I feel like it's like I'm supposed to take it as a compliment,
right?
but I feel offended for some reason.
I feel like if I were a woman, I would be too. Like, I don't want anything on my body to be described as wet and gushy. Like,
No, I just don't want. I don't
Maybe my
want
lips.
that. No.
Gushy falls under the family of I'm sorry, moist.
I don't. But see, I don't even
Right.
have a problem with that word in general. But I do. I don't even want to say it. I don't want to say the other word. I don't like it.
Ha!
The more you know.
Right. So
Yes.
anyway,
Now, at least we know that's that.
we've all learned some things. So what I was trying to tell you is that this song right here,
Give me 4 margaritas, I'ma put it in my tush. Give me 5 margaritas,
I changed the
give me
things and
5
maybe
margaritas,
you'll be able to hear it.
give me 1 margarita.
Basically for one margarita, so this is just an arena.
Grab me 1 margarita, I'ma open my mouth. In the club, pussy popping with my feet on the couch. I'm a bad bitch, like I'm started by the wall. Get a boy's pockets, then I ask him what he crying for.
The whole damn thing.
I started problem with the house. And the loudest in the club, and they got no business. I want a big dick and a bang go. Oh, nigga, the Kango. The way I dodged me, a broke nigga, it was swear I was a Durango.
Give me 1 margarita, I'ma open
Well,
my leg. Give me 2 margaritas, I'ma give you some
Dallas
head.
was,
Give me 3 margaritas,
Saturday, Abe and I went to this place called Hamburger Mary's.
give me 3
Dallas.
margaritas, I'ma put it in my puss. Give me 4 margaritas, I'ma put it in my tush. Give me 5 margaritas,
That did this song, and I
give me 5
lost my
margaritas.
stuff. I was
Give me
like,
1 margarita, 2 margaritas,
I was on my story, and I tagged that single person whose song this is, and I was like, oh, look, you made it to drag queen. You know you made it then. And then we posted that on her story. I was like, oh my God. So then I was like, you know what? Oh my God. So I sent a message, and I was like, hey, I do a radio show. I heard radio in Charlotte.
Give me 1
Would love to
margarita,
have
I'ma
you
open
on
my
our
leg. Give me 2 margaritas, I'ma give you some head. Give me 3
I saw this morning. Absolutely. Email my assistant here. We will link to make it happen. And we raise emoji, and we raise emoji. And I was like, you're gonna have that chicken ball.
Someone is saying they can't hear you.
Oh, you can hear us at all
No, they can hear us.
over the music. Oh no.
Okay.
Ooh, Facebook is gone.
Wait, can you hear me now?
Yeah. Okay, now.
Now? Okay.
I think
Great.
we can't talk. I don't know. It's fine. You can't have a video
Girl.
playing and also us talking over the, even if it's fine.
It's fine.
Like, why is technology today in this building? Like, actually, Woody from Woody and Wilcox came in, and like the computer that I use for everything here, like the phones, everything,
Yeah.
Mhm.
All of it.
theirs hasn't been able to work like all morning.
Jeez.
Like, they couldn't do phone calls, they couldn't edit the show, like
Oof.
nothing.
That's and see, we've been having trouble this morning too. And I don't know if it's on my end or on your end, but just connecting, like our connection that keeps us from Charlotte to Tampa and in between shut down probably like 8 times today.
Mm.
And I don't know.
Well,
Mercury retrograde, are we in it? I don't know. Anyway, the point is, Miguel, say what it was again because everybody missed it.
Yes.
that chick Angel's gonna be on the podcast at some point.
Oh.
So there we go. Well, there goes that fucking story.
Oh
sorry.
no, it's
That's fine.
We wanted to
it's
hear it
okay.
so.
It's fine. Anyway, so the
So that
morning
girl that does one margarita, she's gonna come on with us.
yeah,
Yay!
she's gonna come on. Yeah, how fun. So we had morning show boot camp this week.
Yes.
We did.
Yes,
And
we
before we sort of go down everything that happened with it, I was looking through one of the radio trade websites, and the one that actually puts on morning show boot camp. And I was just looking through it before we started the podcast. And Holly, you went to the first ever women's brunch they had Saturday morning. Explain that.
Yeah. So up until so you usually have a women's panel in morning show boot camp because, as you can imagine, women or people of color, not that prevalent in radio for a very long time. It was very much like a white man's game for a long time. And then you would have a women's panel because there weren't always a lot of women in radio. But I think the overall consensus is that we didn't really need a women's panel anymore, which is good. But we did still want to have that sort of, I guess, fellowship or
I am woman.
Mentoring situation for the women in radio because we do tend to face some unique challenges. So instead of the women's panel, Corey Dillon, who is such a great human being, but also does a lot in the world of radio to connect other women, had put on this women's brunch this year for the first time. And so it was the Saturday morning after the convention itself was over. There was like this women's brunch where we had a few speakers and, a meal and mimosas and Bloody Marys and stuff. And I thought it went really, really well for the first ever women's brunch that they decided to hold.
Well, in Jockline Daily that Don Anthony puts together, who organizes morning show boot camp with Marie and Danny Vigil, they put a picture in the newsletter. Nope. Can you not hear, Holly? Nope. Wait a minute. Mark this down this time. Sorry for those of you that are watching. Give us a second. Technology is not our friend today.
No, it is not.
It is not.
It froze at a really. Oh, no, it's back.
Okay. Is she back? Because I had to click off of.
Are you back, Holly?
Nope.
Nope.
It's still requesting. Hold on.
Okay.
Give me one margarita.
Open my leg. Two margaritas, I'm gonna give you some head.
Oh.
3 margaritas, I'm gonna put it in my.
What are you
4
gonna?
margaritas, I'm gonna put it in my tush.
Oh.
5 margaritas. 5 margaritas.
All right.
5 margaritas.
Here we go. We're waiting.
What's another song? Any requests? In the chat.
All right, it's connected back.
What a
We're there.
bright time.
Holly.
I just want to go home. I just want to go home. Sick of this shit. And now I just looked at this picture and I'm so fucking pissed. Like, I'm pissed.
Wait,
What's happening?
Hold on, I
What's
have
wrong?
to finish setting it up.
Yeah.
All right, set it up.
So in Jockline Daily, they were like, "Ooh, the women's brunch. It was so fun." And I was like, "Oh, look, they actually put Holly in it." They put Holly in it. But Holly, why does your face look like that?
Like, could this photographer not get a better picture
And then
of anybody in this, anyone at this table? And me specifically.
I was like, you look like you are about to kill Riley Couture, who is that Riley you're talking to?
Riley, I'm across from Riley. First of all, it looks like I'm mid-chew, like I've just put something in my mouth. I can't.
Like, what?
Holly.
So, like, I'm assuming Riley was saying something like provocative or something, because then also the person next to you, Melissa, who works in Houston, looks like her eyes are wide, like she's like reacting to whatever Riley's saying, like she's giving y'all some real crazy tea.
Yeah.
I don't know, y'all. I don't know how to make it better. I just feel like I shouldn't go to public places because
in general. Got it.
in general,
Okay.
like, obviously, like, I just need to shut myself away. I can't. I don't know. I don't even have anything to say.
No, because it looks like you're reacting to a story. Like, this isn't you just like looking and staring off into space. This looks like you're like listening.
Does it? Because I feel like the average person would be like, why does she look like such a fucking bitch?
No, to me, it looks like there is something like you are emoting anger for Riley in whatever story she's telling.
I think it was supposed to be like if I could guess my own situation, it does look like I have something in my mouth, like I'm mid chewing some bacon, which was delicious bacon, by the way. It looks like I'm mid chew, and also like I'm making this face, but it's like the camera caught it mid thing. It looks like I'm like, like I'm like
there's definitely food in there.
Yes, like I'm about to nod in agreement with my mouth full. Like I'm like,
yes.
But it was just like I just.
You shouldn't like. There shouldn't be a photographer taking photos of people eating.
Yeah.
Like,
I know, like
there's other
like,
times.
I'm sorry, but like everyone at that table, I don't know that it's our best photo.
No,
you know what I mean? Like,
no.
Like, why would you do that to somebody? Like, don't fucking do this to us. Like, how honest to God, the audacity.
It could have been worse.
I'm not really sure how. I'm not sure how it could have been worse.
I know, it's so funny. Like, there were some pictures from boot camp this year. Well, especially when we were on stage hosting, where I was like, my man boobs look so bulbous. And I was like, damn it.
No, listen. Let me see if I find the email.
But you gotta understand, this is the second time of the weekend that I'm being called out for looking like a horrible bitch.
Wait, what was the other photo where you looked like a horrible
Not
bee?
a photo, just in general. Like when we were hosting our panel, Kramer was like, God, you looked like such a bitch up there. And I'm like, I know it. I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Can I share my photo?
Yeah. Do you know how to do it?
Present?
Yeah.
Okay. Share screen.
Tammy said, speaking of taking pictures of people eating, we told our wedding photographer we didn't want pictures of people eating. Smart.
No, why would you? Why would you take pictures of people that are eating?
Oh!
Look how he is grabbing my titty. Look how
he's not grabbing your titty.
He is. He's the underside of your titty.
He's pinching your waist.
No.
He's making you look cinched.
Wait.
It's a cinched waist.
So describe the picture for people that only listen to the podcast that don't watch it.
All right. So this is
Robert Allen
from Wise Brother Media, and he was so excited to see us, so sweet. And whatever, he's like, hey, let's take a picture. And I'm like, okay, absolutely.
He's cinching your waist like
why is he grabbing it? So if you're watching on Facebook,
he's a girdle.
At around 1750, you will see this man gripping me at my hip, and it just so happens to be right under my right titty.
Yeah.
And it's just accentuating my tits.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this is the definition of Robert Allen, because this guy is so nice. So like, let me tell you,
nicer than everybody at this whole entire thing.
Literally. And he gave this beautiful speech.
I cried.
Yes, I remember seeing you like about radio and like what we do. And so he's always just super excited to see you every year. And you, like, to me, I'm like, how excited is Robert Allen to see everybody? Excited.
That excited. I saw it and I was like,
he said,
I knew you'd be tickled, bitch.
We gonna feed him titties today.
Right here. He gave you a fucking push-up bra.
He did. He was like, I'm a Victoria's Secret angel deep plunge.
Literally. Was it the bombshell one where it like doubled your size? That's literally what he did. A
Divide
lift,
and
push-up, and
oh my God.
All of it.
I'm so sorry. I feel your pain though, because the only candid photos that exist of me are ones where I look like a monster. Like I'm like, and then I have to ask myself, I'm like, is that really me? I think that's really me. Because that's probably why Maya asks why I'm pissed all the time. I say pissed, of course, but
I have one of Miguel.
Oh gosh.
I've never seen like a bad candid of Miguel. They're always funny. They're always like silly or
me sleeping.
Oh no, you can't do a sleeping.
You bitch. No, here, email it to me real quick. So we'll put it on the screen. Listen, if we're all gonna get roasted for our photos, I will go through it too. So email it to my Gmail so I can pull it up on the big screen.
Will do.
Oh,
yes.
I'm so this is an industry-wide.
Everybody's Watch one day.
Can't believe. Does Don Anthony still put this together, or does Marie help? I don't know how that works.
I'm
but,
not sure.
I want to email Don and be like, retract it. Don.
All I know is that one day,
retract it right now.
When our future, they're gonna be like, "Hey, we want to syndicate Miguel and Holly all over the country." I don't know about that Holly though, because she be looking real mean in the picture.
Yeah.
And then producer Calvin got them high up titties. Bitch.
Oh no.
Everybody was knocked out though. Look at that.
Yes, look at the whole row. No, let it row. This isn't even nice. We don't have permission. Hey, we don't have permission from any of these people. You didn't believe about or nothing.
I didn't even notice.
Look at every person on that plane. Did they drug you? The fuck?
Okay, hold on.
It's a really
They had everyone on this plane was drugged. Okay, that's what it is.
So for those of you that are listening right now, this picture is Kelvin was right in front of me on the plane to Dallas, and he has me with my mouth wide open, and I am dead asleep. You can fly another airplane through my mouth right now. I mean, my mouth is that open, and everybody next to me is dead asleep.
Oh no!
Every single person.
Miguel was straight snoring.
Oh God. You have to remember, like, I was at Beyonce the night before, and so I didn't go to bed until probably like 12:31. And so then producer Kelvin and his fiance Oscar came to pick me up at like 5:30.
Yeah.
So
there.
I woke up around 4:30. So I was exhausted on the way to the plane.
Take this picture down. Take this picture down.
Listen, everybody gets equal treatment. We looked at your RBF photo. We looked at Kelvin's titties, and now I have my mouth open.
But none of these other people are giving you permission to post this right now. If I was that lady, I would come for your throat. Like, take it down. Take it down. Take it down.
Look at the lady behind her. Oh no!
You all like it looks like you look at this other lady behind, drugged. Y'all have been drugged. Take it. No. I don't want to out. Take it down.
Oh my God. Well, Dallas was fun.
No. What transition is that?
Wow. All right. So did we see vodka / Truly Holly this weekend, Holly?
I mean, pretty much.
Oh, she was on stage.
Listen, it was a time. It was a time.
It was a time.
I was not planning on, I don't ever plan on going out, right? So like my thing is like my jam is, okay, we're going to go have some cocktails at the bar. We're going to reconnect with people. And then we got wind of something called emo night.
Yes.
And immediately I'm like, what is this? What's this? What's emo night? What is it? And you know, to be honest, I still didn't quite understand what it was. I thought it was going to be like just playing emo songs. And generally it was. But the thing is, it was like a whole big group of people going. But what was cool is that like you guys were going. So Miguel, Kelvin, by that point, Abe was in town. So Abe was going. Melissa Chase, who unfortunately sitting next to me in this picture, also just did dirty too, whatever. Anyway, we are like elder millennial, elder emo lovers, me and her. And interestingly enough, side tangent, she is we have like a very similar vibe. We're both, you know, like witchy women of sorts, but also we come from the same sorority in college. Like, so technically,
I didn't know that.
We're sisters. Yeah. We're both Alpha Zeta Delta. So that was a whole other level of connection. So she's like, yeah, we're going to emo night. Kramer's co-host Jess is like, I'm going to emo night. All a bunch of people are going. And so I'm like, all right, I'm going to do it. I'm doing emo night. And we get there and it's like, I didn't understand at first because at first there was like a band playing that was playing like dirgy, like sad songs. And I'm like, oh, we're this kind of sad because I wasn't really prepared for that kind of sadness. Then there was a room where they were playing like some pop music, and I'm like, I thought that was emo night, but whatever. Then the DJs came on and started playing legit emo music.
Yes.
I mean, we're talking like from the early 2000s through like 2015, 2016, the whole gamut of like what you would expect when a thing is called emo night. It's emo night, and it was so fun.
Kelvin?
Wait,
Yes.
oh, yes.
Yeah.
I had a blast.
Mm.
I mean, I did not want to go initially because when I think of emo night, I think of like hardcore rock music of like songs that I probably won't know. And so I didn't really understand that it was going to be like kind of like pop emo music.
Right. It was like pop punk emo night.
Yes. And like, oh my God, we had such a fucking blast. Like to go somewhere and know every single word, to be able to go on stage and like just have a really good time. I fucking loved it. It was great.
I know. And they did a solid when they said like no drinks on stage or whatever.
Yeah.
Because what the stage was, it's like where the DJ was sort of set up,
Mhm.
but you could just like get on the stage and like jump around if it was your favorite song and like scream out loud to
Yeah.
it. So that was kind of the benefit of that. And then you just come down and that's that. But it was just like everyone, it was just such pure energy. Like everyone was in a good mood. We were all just singing, like singing at each other. And I feel like Abe is a little bit like my spirit. I don't want to say spirit animal.
Your
I feel like
brother?
that's inappropriate.
Mm,
Yes.
mhm.
First of all, someone said we look like brother and sister,
Yes.
and now I can't
Literal.
unsee it. So it's like me and my brother are like just having like the most screaming good time. And so it was just really, it was great. It was a really good I don't know, nostalgia,
Core
and
memory.
also just I read somewhere that music, like when you're all singing along to the same music with someone, which is how people feel when they leave Taylor Swift concerts, like it's just this it literally lifts your spirit up because you're all
Euphoric.
doing the same
Mhm.
thing. It is very euphoric. So
Yeah.
it was just such a good time.
I have a video right now, and I'm sorry for those of you that are listening, can't see this. This is a video of Holly and Abe on stage. I know, and Abe, my husband, he kept being like, "I'm so sorry you don't like this. I'm so sorry," because this was not a night for me. Like this was there. I was supporting y'all because y'all were having so much fun, and our friend that sort of organized it from Seattle, Danny Vigil, he's like the epitome of like the guy that loves emo, punk music and lives that lifestyle and dresses
Mhm.
like it.
Yes.
But his personality is like so not that. His so is like a teddy bear.
Yes.
And so just seeing him in his element, like I felt like what I imagine, Holly, you as a parent, when you see Maya do like really fun stuff and you see her with pure joy enjoying something, that's
Yeah.
how I felt. So it was like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, I'm having so much fun watching all of you have fun. So it was just really, really cool to see everybody just loving every moment of it.
Yeah, it was just a really positive experience, truly.
Mhm.
And I was waiting to see because ultimately they played almost every song I could think of, except I wanted them to play some Jimmy Eat World, and I never heard it before we left, or like maybe Boys Like Girls, Great Escape, or something. And we
They
didn't
did.
hear. Did they
But
play
I
it?
think we left early because I saw
Oh.
a video of Melissa singing to it, and I was like, "Fuck!"
Oh, dang! That's what we were waiting
Yes.
for. Dang it. Okay, well, it's fine.
It's fine, it's okay.
It's fine.
We
It's
got
not
some
a big
good
deal.
ones in there.
We did, and if I was ready to go, so it's fine.
My monster definitely came out at that night.
Did it?
Yes, I did not know that high noons have vodka in them, and so I had
That's
a few.
why I stay
too
away from
many.
high noons. No, sir.
Oh.
Yes, I had a
No,
few
sir.
too many.
Did you go out after that, or were you just done?
No, I was done by the time that we all left.
Yeah, we went back to the hotel.
Yeah. I went to my room, I peed, and then I went back down because a friend wanted to have a conversation with me. And then that's kind of when the monster, the end of the monster was starting to go, because it was just like a really messy drunk conversation.
Mm.
And then whenever I go back to the entrance of the hotel and I see Miguel, and I'm like, this just fucking happened. And then I went straight to my room and fell asleep.
This is why I love radio, people. So like after that night, because like Holly, you went to bed, Abe went to bed. And so I
You didn't go to tell me you didn't go to bed?
No, I didn't. But I just stayed in the hotel lobby, like just chatting with people.
Well,
I had
that's when Miguel will have the best conversation with people because Miguel turns into Oprah.
literally,
There we go.
oh my gosh, why is this escaping right now? Ricky Sanchez from Nashville, our top 40 station in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
Her and I had this like hour-long, just like deep relationship issue or talk about relationships and like how, you know, she's in this really great relationship and she loves it and all the stuff that's like, you know, they're trying to figure and work through with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I love, like, that is where I thrive. And like I realized that's why like beginning of the day when we're like in between sessions and it's that, hey, how are you, like I hate that part.
Oh God, I know. It's exhausting.
It is. But like those deep conversations, like now I know her because we followed each other, you know, forever. Uh-oh, Holly, did you freeze up? Uh-oh.
Do I need to start singing again?
No. Look at she's like just laid down next to herself.
She gave up.
Watch, it's gonna be like connected, and then Holly's gonna be like, I'm going home.
She's not going to be there anymore.
She's like, I'm done. I'm just completely done right
Let
now.
me write down the time.
Yeah, so we will. Sorry for you watching, but we will get it back.
I really should be singing during this time.
All right, we'll see if it connects, and then we might have to just close this out after this because I can't go through this anymore.
There's so much stuff to talk about.
I know we're gonna have to save it because if we got to keep going through doing this every time.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry for you that are watching. Hold on. And what was I talking about when we get back to it?
The Ricky.
Oh, the Ricky.
Sanchez.
Right. There we go. Now we're back.
I'm so over this.
Oh, I know.
So over it.
It's okay.
All right.
Anyway, what do y'all say?
Anyway, I
so you're
was
talking
talking
to
to
Ricky
and just having this really deep conversation. Like now I love, you know, like now I'm like, I know this person. This isn't just like, oh, a person I see on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
That was really cool. And I also felt really happy for Abe because he got there Friday. And because, you know, we follow all these radio people, we follow each other back and forth.
Mhm.
I had so many radio people be like, I don't know why, but I feel nervous, like introducing myself to your husband because they've also watched, you know, us on HGTV and stuff. Cause a lot of radio people were super supportive and they like shared the fact that we were going to be on HGTV for 100 Day Dream Home. So they were kind of like bleep you, Miguel. Like I see you every year, but I've just seen your husband on social media. I can't wait to talk to him. And Abe was like, well, hello, everyone.
You feel like a superstar a little bit?
Yes. That made me really happy.
That is sweet.
What I was gonna say is we talked about this on the air this morning, but I wanted you to see this mosh pit that was also at emo night. Like, what is this?
Girl, Drunk the Monster went in that for
Wait,
a little second.
You went in the mosh pit?
I thought you guys saw me.
No.
Wait, maybe I did. I think. Didn't you hurt yourself?
Yes, somebody
Yeah, you
punched
hurt-
me.
Yes. I'm not laughing. I'm
Somebody
sorry.
fucking. I went to. I was like skipping with my fan. Yes.
Think of Kelvin skipping with his back and body
I
hurt
was literally like,
fan
and I was
with
doing
his
this.
like dainty skipping, even though like I'm sorry, you're a big dude. Like not a big dude, but like you're tall.
No,
okay?
literally somebody from not even in the circle from the outside was like, just punched me on my right arm.
What's going on?
See, no, that's
Never
why
again.
I don't like
But
that.
what? I don't even know. I've never seen a mosh pit do that. Maybe I'm just out of the loop, but I'm like, what are they galloping around in a circle for? I usually just see people slamming
yes.
into each other.
Right.
The oh my God, I just had this memory. When I was in high school for approximately 60 days, I dated this one kid. Whatever. Like we were boyfriend, girlfriend for like 2 months. And he was big on mosh pits. Like he'd go to like underground bands in like downtown Cleveland and he'd go and he'd just be slamming into people. And that's, I mean, I knew from the get-go that this was not someone like this, like a workout or whatever. But I would be like, why do you do that? And he was like, it's just awesome. And the energy, man, I was feeling it. And I was like, okay, that's just going to be something that I don't get.
Right.
I think Chrissy Craddock sums it up perfectly. That was the mosh pit. No, that's just running in a circle.
I know. I don't.
They were like
There was a mosh
pushing
pit.
here
There
and
was a
there.
mosh pit earlier where
Right.
there was some shoving.
Yeah.
Which
But
I
That was
yeah,
I
that I
know
don't
what
fuck with.
listen, when I
didn't
saw
know
that
that.
mosh pit earlier, and then when they start running around in the circle, you would have thought that there was an active shooter. I was like, nope. I will be over here. I do
Yeah.
not want to get dragged in, pulled in. And I swear to God, if one of these people accidentally punches me in the face, I'm shutting this whole goddamn club down.
Okay.
I am bringing everyone down with me. I was like,
Gets
nope.
up, grabs the mic.
I'll be like, stop it!
Stop it.
Sit the fuck down! Like, this is not happening. Not on my watch.
Ooh, yeah, I don't F with those. I was
Mm-mm.
just trying to bebop and sing along, and that's all. So nope.
I think the only song that I really like sang out loud was Avril Lavigne. Was it Girlfriend?
Yes.
Or was it
Girlfriend.
yeah.
Yes.
I was like,
Girlfriend.
ah!
You're like, I know one.
got on stage for that one.
I can get that.
Do you have
That was a
video of
good
me on
one.
stage?
I think I do. I'll have to look and see.
Send it.
Yeah, I'll have to look through them and see.
It was just such a fun time.
That was a great night. And then Abe he wasn't mad at me, but we were laughing because Saturday, after Holly, you left and Kelvin, you left, Abe and I did like a little Saturday fun day. We went to Hamburger Mary's for the drag show and brunch. Then we went, it's really cool in Dallas. They have this whole gay section of town where there's like 7 or 8 bars and businesses, like all right next door across the street from each other. So you can just hop and go to a bunch of them. So our server we had at Hamburger Mary said, hey, go to this one bar. I'll text them for you and they'll take care of you. And so they gave us our first round of drinks for free.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, it was really nice. And so we were talking with the bartender for a whole time and he was like, well, go to these 2 places and then you can come back. Because our whole plan was, let's do Saturday fun day. We'll go to a nice dinner and then that'll be it for the night. So we're not hungover the next day.
Yeah.
But midway through Saturday, I was like, I don't think that we should go to this nice place for dinner. Like, I feel like
I was gonna say, who plans a Saturday or Sunday fun day,
right.
and then says, "Let's do a nice dinner after that."
Right.
You're setting yourself up for failure.
How
And
much did y'all drink by around 5 o'clock? Because I got a little sassy text from Abe.
oh
And
yeah,
I was
well,
like, you fucking bitch.
well, that's why I looked at him and like I know when Abe is drunk because we were talking because we went back to the original bar and we we're talking to him and we were talking about Dallas and the gay scene and everything. And I heard Abe next to me go, yep. That means he's drunk. That means Abe doesn't know what you're talking about. He's just agreeing.
Oh,
And
okay.
his head does this big like, yep. Yep. And whenever I hear that tone, I'm always like, pull the cord, gotta go home.
Oh no.
So we went back to the hotel. We ordered a shit ton of food from the restaurant.
Yeah.
We took it up. Do not watch this movie 65 with Adam Driver. It came out a few months ago.
Yeah, why do I feel like I remember reading about it in trending?
Yeah, it was like him, like where he goes back in time, like they're in the future.
Yes.
They go back in time to when dinosaurs were on the earth.
Yep, that's right. Yep.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Not good.
Not
Really?
Not a good movie. Like I was
Okay.
just like, what literally is the point of everything that just happened? So just FYI, don't watch that movie. Don't waste your time.
okay. Noted.
So we watched that movie, and then Abe like was passed out. He was done. He was done for the night. And I was like, well, let me go downstairs and get another cocktail and just, I know everyone was gone for the night. So I'll just sit at the bar and have a drink and then go back upstairs. Well, as I was sitting downstairs, some more radio people trickled in. And so they were like, hey, like Danny and all them, they were like, well, we're going to that other emo place or sort of like a Hot Topic bar for like back in the early 2000s. Like that's the theme of it.
Yeah.
And they were like, we're going there. And I was like, I'm not. I'm just having a drink at the bar by myself.
Right.
I'm good.
No emo night. Round 2.
40 minutes later, they were like, oh my God, Miguel, it's so fun. And I was like, I mean, Abe's asleep. Let me go check on him. So I ended up going out.
Emo night part 2.
Come on.
It's emo night part 2. Miguel
Fallout
does
Girl.
Dallas.
So I ended up going back out and meeting them at this place. And I'm actually really glad I did because I didn't get drunk because I had like 3 or 4 different really deep conversations with people where I got to know them. And so literally everyone was like, all right, who's up next to unpack the trauma with Miguel. And I was just like,
God.
come on, give it to me. Give it to me. I want to see it.
That is put your hands down, by the way. What?
Next.
Wiggling his hands in front of his face.
Right. And so then Abe woke up around like 1:30 and he was like, I thought we were going to have a calm night for the next day. And I was like, well, if there's any consolation, I'm not like wasted. So
how are you not wasted after you drank all day and in the hotel bar and when you went to the next bar?
well, because I was also spacing my drinks out too. Like in between when we like ate at the in the hotel room and then when I finally went back down to the bar, that was a good like 3 or 4 hours because the movie was pretty long. And so I kind of sobered up and then I just had one drink at the bar and then I went out and I only had like 2 or 3 drinks there. So that's why I was like,
I can't do that's too much. It's too long. I've started like a hangover from the previous. That's why I can't do like if we're gonna do a drinking brunch, I can't also drink that night. Like I gotta pick one or the other. You can't have all of everything. But kudos to you.
Well, I mean, yesterday, because all of it compounded. And so on the way back here, I wasn't like hungover, but my body was just like, bitch, you have put us through it. Because since Beyonce Wednesday night until all that, my body was just like, we done. That's why I'm ready to go home here in a little bit.
Get it, girl.
Real quick, before we go, Kelvin, you were watching when we hosted the Battle of the Bits portion of the morning show boot camp where people got up, presented ideas that you can take away. How did it go from your perspective?
I was front row. Wanted to make sure I got all the great photos, which I did. I posted a few. And I thought you guys did really good. I the situation that happened, which you guys talked about earlier on the show, of how the audio and the video component was not going to be a part of their presentation, or I guess their pitches to their bits. It was really strange how the conversation afterwards happened because I didn't like that people were just like, oh, you bitches set them up, or oh, you bitches knew. Why did you tell people? And I thought that was like unfair because you guys literally, I saw you guys finding out 5 minutes before you were going on stage. As far as for the pitches, I think most of them were very professional, and we have to do these things of like, for example, when Holly goes frozen and we have to continue doing the podcast, the same thing. They couldn't get their audio bits or their video portion, so they had to think on the fly and explain their bits. I thought everybody did good. I thought there was maybe 1 or 2 that went a little too long and it was cringy. I only noticed Miguel's face. I did not notice Holly's face. I saw Miguel was doing a really big smile and
Miguel
like eyes squinty, just
does sort of a dissociated smile.
Yes. And Holly, I can't really remember your face, but
good.
Other than that, I thought it was really great. You guys did a fantastic job, and it was really fun. And everybody just loves cheering you guys on every time you're on stage, which is always sweet to see or hear, I guess.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah, I thought it went well. At the end of the day, they had to figure it out,
right?
Yeah,
and it was great seeing.
It's one of those things where you're like, and Miguel, I think even said like we do live radio, folks. Like this is
literally,
we're just going to roll with it. And unfortunately they had to, obviously we're going to, some kinks will be worked out. And I'm sure they won't have us back again. Like I'm sure they'll rotate and have someone else host it next year, but it'll be even better next year.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. It was a little awkward when you midway stopped somebody to talk. The first guy. And you were like, we actually don't have the audio.
Well, like,
and we were all like,
this poor man, like I didn't know what to, like, someone has to like wade into the shit stream first. Right. And that's me. Cause I'm like, I feel like we're hosting. So it's our stage and we're just gonna have to fall on the sword. So this poor man had done this whole like build up and I didn't realize that they didn't know. And what we should have done is
said it from the beginning, probably.
Said it from the beginning.
Yeah. You didn't know they didn't know.
But we didn't know they didn't know. And also, it was like once they said the audio video part wasn't part of it, my mind just went to, okay, what do I need to say to set this up and make it entertaining? So there last minute stuff happens.
Right. I mean, and also too, like in the bigger picture of you know, like for those of you that are listening and you're like, well, who the fuck cares about this? But like the people that were putting this together, this was their first time doing it because the guy that's organized it, Don Anthony, for 35 years, he's sort of like letting the younger millennial people help sort of modernize it a little bit more. So this was their first time, Marie and Danny, hosting it or producing the whole thing.
Right.
And so I think in hindsight, they, you know, should have told us this because we didn't know that the people didn't know that their audio wasn't there. We just assumed.
Right.
So it was an assumption on our part. And then I guess, I don't know, like how that just left their brain to tell the other people. And maybe they thought that we would say it at the beginning. So it was just a bunch of, we learned, they learned, everybody learned as we're trying to like figure out this new way of doing this whole thing. So
It was fine.
Yeah.
It was awkward. I knew it was awkward, but that's why I was like, it's our fault. Let me take the blame because I don't want anybody to look bad. I just let us look bad and not them.
Right.
So I hoped that I kind of just did that. I know that there were some people were feeling a type of way about it afterwards, and I don't blame them, you know.
Right.
So anyway, we did the best we could.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else have anything about boot camp they want to say?
My boyfriend.
Oh, do you want to talk about him?
There's really not much, to be quite honest. There was some guy after one of the panels and he was really hot. And initially when I saw him, I was like, this is a cute little rocker boy for Holly. Obviously in a silly way. She's fucking engaged.
Right.
But I was just saying like, ooh, Holly, that's so your type. Like, get it, girl. And he was just so sweet and just talking. And then I think I went to go get a drink and then Holly left. And so it was just me and him. And I was like, fuck. Because all these mixers, the after panel mixers, I'm terrified. I'm always looking for you guys and you guys are mid conversation and
I'm
whatever.
sorry. I just left. I was like, well, I left you straight. Well, I figured because, you know, you seem to be having a good conversation with this gentleman. And I was like, all right, well, deuces. My goal for these parties also, too, is I'm like, let me take advantage of this and at least say hi to as many people as I can that I'm probably not going to see maybe outside of this.
Yeah, absolutely. You like know much more people in those situations. So I was just like, okay, well, this is somebody nice who's talking to me, so I'll continue it. And yeah, we just had really good conversation about our careers and what we do. And he's a chiropractor turned into a website designer who now creates a texting platform for radio stations. And so midway, like we were just in the middle of the whole thing for some reason. And so I can see Miguel from the corner of my eye being like,
Well, I saw you because like I've never seen this man before. And like, you know, like you always joke about like, you know, who out of these people would you be like, can I get a hall pass for? And I was like, girl, in the gay world, ain't nobody there that I'm trying to like, I would be like, hey, can I have a hall pass? I was like, these are my brothers and sisters.
Right.
And the gay ones I've known for a long time. And I'm like, nope, that's it. And so this man popped up and I'm like, and of course, Kelvin's talking to this man I've never seen. That's why I was like, what is happening right here? Who is this man? Who is this man?
Just he was given eyes and he was giving haha and would have to touch my shoulder every so often. But I talked about this with my fiance yesterday and I was like explaining to him and he's like, I know how you are when people flirt with you. Like you get really awkward and you probably don't even know how to reciprocate it. So I was like, yeah, that probably is what happened. So yeah, but he was real cute. And then I saw him the next day and he was like, I'll text you later. I'm about to leave. And I'm like, okay.
Did he text you later?
He did not text me, but he did send me a DM on Instagram with our photo together.
Oh.
And then he sent me a reel about a girl talking about penis sizes. Which I was like, okay. I don't know what that meant. To be determined. All permission from my fiance, by the way, before anybody judges.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
The whole thing is wild.
And he's hot. Did I say that? He's hot.
Man, he didn't talk to me. Not a Pete didn't even look that way.
Did you even meet this poor man?
No, I never met him. I still don't know. Like, nope, didn't talk to him at all. So.
Wait a second. Does this man even do radio? Like, was it ever ascertained?
He makes the websites for radio stations.
Oh, okay.
And a chiropractor.
Come on.
What the hell? Okay.
Kelvin still got it, honey.
I know that's right.
Yes, good. Producer Kelvin, where can people find you on Instagram if they want to see you and your boyfriend's picture?
At Kelvin Live. I'll post them later.
Holly.
You're flirting with danger. I just want to point it out. Like this is
Listen, I got permission.
you better reel it in. I am speaking for Oscar right now. You better reel it in. What Radio Holly on all the things? So you know.
Mine is Miguel Fuller. You can find me everywhere. I need to go get some
You
sleep,
good,
y'all. No, I'm not. My computer is shutting down in my brain.
Oh, your brain computer.
My brain computer. All right, we will see you all later. Bye.